been a while since I was here talking to you, and I'm glad to be back, and I hope you enjoy. A lot has happened. Last time I was here, we were going to Brazil, Mihai, my daughter Paula, and I, for the whole months of December practically. And so I was preparing gifts to take to my friends and family there. So when we came back, the first thing we did is to adopt two dogs, two beagles, Polly and Piper. Mihai's gonna show them to you. So Polly and Piper were very cold dogs. Before that, the previous owner used to keep them out all year round, and it must have been a torture for them because mainly Piper is extremely cold. She's 3 years old. She was 3 years old when we got. That's the age that they gave us. And Polly was 2 years old. They came from the same household. And so when we adopt them, they were happy to be together again. They were in different foster homes. But so the thing is, because they were very cold, the first thing I did is to knit them sweaters. Polly's sweater is already torn apart because she's always scratching. I did a colorwork sweater for her. Mihai is gonna show it. But it's still warm, so she's still wearing it until I'm able to do another one. But she succeeded to destroy it. Then the other one for Polly, for Piper, I just got some hand spun yarn. Normally I use hand spun yarn to do their sweaters, and I did this, but I did a lot of mistakes. First mistake, I put this because I thought, oh, I can have the leash coming through here, and then I put the legs on this side, so this is in the bottom. That doesn't work. But what I did with this one, I had some cashmere shirts, t-shirts that had little holes or stuff, so I cut and put this as a linen. It's a little bit tight on her, so I don't wear it anymore unless in an emergency. And for this trip that we are on right now, I have brought it in case of an emergency. So these were the two things that I did first thing when we came back, because it was still winter and they were very, very cold. They still are cold guys. So after that, I focused on my daughter. I knew we were planning to travel sometime in April to our trip, and we would pass through Toronto. So I thought I was going to or send her by mail or do it. And one of the first things I did for Paula was this hood. It is supposed to be this one. That is the islet, and it was shown in the Archipelago Knitting magazine. I think it's Lena magazine. The only thing is, and I like the way this hood is, or the shape of the hood in the back. I really liked it. Let me see if there is, yeah, there is another picture here. So I liked it, and I decided to do it for Paula. The problem with this hood is that first you knit this part here, and then you knit all the other area that is a thin, like more or less like this, but you knit it all around, and then you have to sew it together here, and I didn't want to do that. So what I did is I started the hood on the top, and no, I started the hood in the bottom part, and I started with some temporary stitches on the two sides that would be continued down, and then I knitted the hood with the extra stitch, and I had to change the stitch because the stitch that they use in the magazine is with the slip over, so that would not work with me doing it for one side. And then I did a 3 needle bind off at the top. I undid the temporary stitches, and I knitted downwards. And honestly, I was going to write a pattern just to give, but I didn't like it completely. But she put it on and she's okay. So that was one of the things that I did for her. And then I did the Sophie hood that everybody knows, and I used some hand spun that I had in gray, and she just put it to take the picture for me. Everybody knows the Sophie hood. And then I did the turtle dove sweater. The turtle dove sweater is let me see, yeah, this is her with the Sophie hood. The turtle dove sweater is a free pattern in Ravelry, and they have as a sweater and as a jumper, and she says that that's her favorite. So I used a hand spun with a mohair, and I knitted it for her. It's very easy. It has no no buttons, and you knit it straight. You knit the side finishing together with the knitting, so it's pretty nice and pretty easy to do. Then I knitted also, let me just get it here. I knitted the Notorious Cow, and I knitted for her boyfriend. Oops. And I think he liked, because it was funny. When I gave it to them in April, my daughter said, I think it's feminine. So I think she liked it and she wanted it, but he liked it too. He might not wear it as a hood, but I think he really liked it like this, and it warms up the back. And I don't have a picture of what I did, but that's what I did. So then, so that's basically what I did. And I knitted a few pair of socks. This is one of them. Normally I knit my socks up to here, but I use this, it's Opal 8 plies, and I knitted it longer, and it's good because it's cold now and I'm wearing them long just to be sure. And the others were all vanilla socks. So in February I had to go back to Brazil because my brother wasn't very well. He's fine now, and I'm very glad, but he was not well at all. So much that I had been there in December, and I felt the need to be there in February again. So I went for 2 weeks. I came back on March 12th, and I stayed the whole time at my brother's. I think I left his house once or twice to be with my other siblings, but most of the time I was there. And I'm very grateful that he's better now, so that was a good thing. But when I went there, I was not in a place to think much, and I wanted to knit. So I had bought a Christmas Advent calendar gift in yarn, and I'm trying to remember the name, but they are from, I'll put it down in the descriptions, but they are from New Brunswick, and I like their colors and yarn in general. So I start just knitting this. It's a tube. I just cut it as I normally do pair of socks. I start this as if it was a pair of socks, and I just got the colors randomly, and I did a stripe one. And I thought there were too many pinks for me to, because I think that these are more for men scarves. I prefer cows than scarves. But my husband liked it, so it is for him. He liked it, and he's going to use. So it's lace and something. I can't remember now. But I do like their colors. They are hand dyers. I do like their what they do. And so this is a scarf. It was an easy one. I just wanted something easy that I didn't have to think. And I also knitted a pair of socks for my brother. And with the leftover, I knitted myself a pair of socks too. So every time I wear my socks, I think of him. So that's good. Then we came back. I came back, and in April we decided that we would do this trip that we wanted to do for a while. We tried to do it 2 years ago, but then Lucky was old and he was not feeling very good about traveling. So we decided to do it now. And we weren't sure we were going to be able to get to this point. But as you can see from my background, this is the Arctic Ocean. And this is Tuktoyaktuk in the Northwestern Territories. It is like if we had come straight here, it's almost 10,000 kilometers, but we tried to get new roads. So this is really, really cool. I'm so glad we were able to get here. We were not sure, but we did it. And we're both happy, Mihai and I, to be here. But on the trip, I brought, as usual, it's easier to get the stuff, the clothing, than to get what I'm going to need on the trip. So I brought a lot of yarn. And then the first thing I did is this. We have two different sources of heating in the trailer. We have, in the truck camper, we have diesel heater, and we also have mini split. So, but I said we need hydro for both to work, and we have solar panels at the top that give us hydro, and because it's 24 hours sun where we are in the Arctic Circle at this time of the year, we always have enough hydro. But I said, just in case, I'm going to take some hot water bottles. And I did this hot water bottle for cover for the one that I had. So it's simple. What I did is, again, start like socks from the toe up. And then I increased a little bit of stitches here. When it was on the red part, I started the collar work. And then what I did is I stopped and I did the rib here and went on the other side as normal. Then I did a cover for I started I started some stitches, did rib, and then joined in the round so that I could cover it. And what I did here, I just knitted up to here, and then I did grafting. And by doing that, I just put it like this, and it's covered. And I need to take weave in one end that I forgot by the looks of it. But that's the bag cover, the water bottle cover, and it was nice. It's again with hand spun that I had knitted a sweater for my son, and I just used it up. So that was the first thing I did in this trip. The second thing I did in this trip was the sweater that Piper is wearing now. This is with Briggs & Little. I bought a lot of Briggs & Little to knit a sweater for my son, but when I started knitting it, it's too rustic for me. I think they felt the yarn in a way that makes it too rustic. So so I decided to use it for her. And what I did, the other sweaters, I was making them with a rib in the bottom that would close so that it would be tight to the body. But because Piper is very cold, I wanted it to be as long as possible and to cover as much as possible. So what I did is, after a certain part, I start reducing the rib and opening it up so that when she's sitting, it can cover her back leg. And I think it's pretty warm. I have more yarn here, and I plan to make another one for Polly soon. So that was the second thing, and I think it worked out good. It's warm, and so yesterday she was wearing her raincoat, but I thought today is -10 with the windshield outside, so I decided to put this one that is warmer, and she was happy outside. So after that, I said to myself, I'm not going to bring a sweater. I'm going to knit myself a sweater on the road. We've been on the road now since today is June 4th or 5th, and we've been on the road since April 20th. So I said, oh, I'll have time to knit a sweater. And I did knit a sweater that is from this book, Arctic Knits. It was a coincidence. It was not planned. And it is the buffing jumper. And what I did a few mistakes on this, but it's okay. So I used this tin silk mohair, and I used this West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply together to get this yarn. And I really like how the colors turned out. The other one was, the green one was, the mohair was the same tin silk mohair that is sadness yarn, and the green was sadness yarn too, but it was a baby blue that I bought a lot of many different colors because I thought I'm going to do a color work, and I used this thing. So the cool thing is that they were in my stash. I didn't have a plan for it, and I did it. The first mistake I made is that the pattern, I forgot, because I knitted another pattern here for my grandson, and I did the same thing in the other one. I didn't see in the beginning short rows, so I did some short rows myself. But the thing is, she doesn't do the short rows on the top. She does the short rows after she finishes the color work. And so I have to see, I still want to do other patterns from this. I have to remember that she will do the short rows. She gives it as optional, but she's going to do the short rows here and not here. So that was the first mistake. The second mistake, as you see, she uses a lighter color and a dark color. I was using for my sweater a darker color and a light color for the main collar. But because the graphic, you have the dark color and the light color, I simply follow the graphic using the same idea. But because I was wearing the light color as my main color, in the end, it wouldn't blend in nicely with the main color. It would be a stripe, so I changed it a little bit. I really like it. I think it's one of the best fitting sweaters that I have knitted, in the sense it's not too large, it's not too tight, it's just comfy, just very comfy. And I am in this phase now that I like this color, and I like the color with the mohair that the mohair gave me. I don't have the yarn left over here, but I like the color of the initial yarn. It's a sock yarn, but when I blended it with the mohair, it gave me a nicer color, and I really like it. And the same goes for the green. Like, I liked the green when I saw it originally, but then when I had it with the other color, I like it much better. One thing is that these two colors must have the same value, because when you look here, you don't see the color work very well. It's very subtle. It's not on your face. It's okay. I kind of like it, but also because of the mohair, I think the color work blends a little bit. But I really like the sweater. So this was my last knit, and then the only thing I have is a work in progress. And the work in progress that I have is the camp vest. But the camp vest, I knitted one for me, is just a garter stitch, and I'm knitting one for my husband. I hope I'll have enough yarn, because again, this is from my stash, and I have only four balls left over. And this was from PI festival that we went in 2023, and the mill doesn't work anymore, so I can't get more yarn. But what I was thinking is, and he seems to agree with it, if it comes to a point that I don't have enough for the bottom band, and also for the under part of the vest, then I can just put another color, or a very colorful one, yarn here that will be totally different, but it will be a design feature. But I would rather, if I could finish it with it. I'm just not sure, because I think it needs, I'm on the second ball, and it needs, I have this much, it needs to be longer for him. So I don't know, I'm not even sure if I'll have enough for the yarn. But I like it. I like this yarn very much. It's a pity they sold it. Okay, so that's all that I had for knitting. And now I'm going to talk a little bit about our trip. And I'm hoping that Mihai will be able to do something fast to put at the end of this video. So we decided that we wanted to come to the Arctic Circle and to the Arctic Ocean in Tuktoyaktuk. Maybe 3 years ago. We tried 2 years ago, then we couldn't come. And this time I said, let's do it. Let's kick it off the bucket list and just do it. And we did that. And there was a lot of issues because one of the things they say, there's a lot of mosquitoes here and on the road to reach here. And I didn't want to be with the mosquitoes because I was concerned about the dogs. Because we bought some nets for our face at least, but the dogs wouldn't have much protection. So I wanted to come here before the mosquito season. But then there are 2 ferries on the way, and the ferries were closed because in the winter it's just a nice road that the people go through, and in the summer the ferries are free ferries. They just take you across. But in the fall and spring, when you don't have enough snow and not enough water, it's not solid enough for you to cross, but it's not liquid enough for you to go with the ferries. They are closed. So we said we're going to take a new road, and we went through North Saskatchewan and North Manitoba, and we went to the north of Alberta. But the trip was not the best, but it was a new road, and that was good. And in the end, we stopped at a park in Alberta that was really nice to see a lot of what's the name?
Bisons.
Bisons, yes. So we saw a lot of bisons, we saw elks, we saw a lot of animals. And then we took from there, we went back to this Northern Woods and Water Road, and we went from there to Dawson Creek. That is the beginning of the Alaska Highway. One thing is that till then we were having a lot of problems because we left so early. Most of the parks were not open yet. They were closed. So we had to boondock in some places. And in some places, I'm sorry, there is a helicopter coming around. But in some places, even the park owners allowed us to sleep there, even though they were not open yet. So that was pretty nice. And then we went to Black Creek because we wanted to take the Alaska Highway. We didn't go to Alaska. To go to Alaska with dogs, you need documentation. You need your vet to send them a paperwork, and your dogs need to have chips. And we didn't want to put chips on our dogs, and so we're not going to Alaska. So and the Arctic Road the best one, that they say the more beautiful one, is this one in Canada. So we came here instead. But we took the Alaska Highway almost to the border with the U.S. There is a park, Cloyne Park, and it's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. The roads that we have been taking are amazing. And on the way back, we'll start today, later on today, going back. And then, but instead of taking the Alaska Highway back, we're going to take the Cassiar Road. And so this is a new road for us that we hope to see a lot of things there. And from there, we're going to just stop at some parks because it's a long trip back home. But today is the start of going back home, just going through different roads. So I hope you enjoy whatever Mihai can put together for this video. It's going to be something simple. I know he's working on some videos about the trip, but that's going to take longer. And I hope I don't take that long to be back with you again. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being there. And until next time, bye. Hi, I forgot to say that I've been putting pictures or small videos on Instagram. So if you want to see where we are and what we're doing, just follow me on Instagram. It's Fibre Nuts, and that's it. Okay.
Blue is the color of the ocean. Blue is the color of the sky. All my life there's been commotion. Calmness settles in your eyes. Sit right here next to me. There's nothing, no, there's nothing we should do. Sit right here next to me. There's nothing, no, there's nothing we should do. Close your eyes and see. It's all you need. Listen close, there's rhythm all around you. Hold it close, don't let it go away. Through the noise you'll find the peace within you. Find out it's the only thing you need. Sit right here next to me. There's nothing, no, there's nothing we should do. Sit right here next to me. There's nothing, no, there's nothing we should do. Close your eyes and see. It's all you need. Close your eyes and see. It's all you need. It's all you need. Ooh, it's all you need. It's all you need.